Hey, what is going on there YouTube? This is the Game Guy, and today I'm bringing to a video about how to cop a box logo or how to buy a box logo for 2019 or for fall winter 19. So it's that time of year where all of the box logos are going to be releasing. We've got the hoodies, we've got the beanies, that's pretty much it. And yeah, because of that, I know a lot of people are probably looking towards how to cop one or what they need to do to cop one, and that's what this video is for. Now this video is going to be quite straightforward in the way that I go about it, or the way that I go about pretty much everything, or the ways that you can cop one, or the different ways that you can cop one, and just some little tips and tricks along the way while I'm at it. I say tips and tricks, but it's more of just basic information that most people know, but it's just the way to go about it. Now I'm going to try not to talk for too long for this video, because I know people just want to know straight away information, or people just want to know facts, and they don't want to sit here for like 25 minutes going through almost like a tutorial of how to cop. For the point of this video, I'm wearing my forest green or green box logo from last year, just because why not at the end of the day, to be honest. You know, I copped it, got it, and yeah, now it's mine to keep pretty much. One of the main things that I would recommend, as we will go into things like Chrome autofill, Google autofill, Safari autofill, and just a couple of other things that should be helpful. One of the things that I first off recommend doing is just obviously having the Supreme site, having sweatshirts open, and then possibly having the new tab open. The reason that I say to do this is just because of the pure fact that if the sweatshirts tab doesn't refresh or doesn't load, and you have some issues or complications with it, you can just straight away go over to your new tab, refresh that, and everything should normally load in. Sometimes though that is not enough, and the site will have completely crashed, and there'll be a ton of other issues. Sometimes you'll be getting card decline or like an automation error that will be coming through, which happened to me during spring summer 18 when I was going for the North Face metallic piece. And what you want to do in this case is basically, or what I did in this case, was opened a Incognito tab. An Incognito tab is basically like an undetected tab, is the way that I'll just say it. It doesn't save any history or anything like that, but it will still have the aspects of things like Chrome autofill and things attached to it. The only reason that I did this is because it was a lot faster than making a new profile, because you can make multiple profiles which will have different cookies, different addresses, and different everything, but the more of them that you make, the more like tabs you'll have to have open and things. So I probably recommend having like 2 in this case if you want to, or just sticking to your single one that you have. But yeah, on Incognito, I went onto that, which is Control Shift and N. If you're on Mac, it's Command Shift N to open it. And then I instantly went on and did the exact same checkout method. I had to double click to get my information to appear with Chrome autofill, entered everything in, then I was able to check out. Now sometimes things like card declines and just automation errors and things, they're not our fault, you know, it's not your fault if it happens, it's Supreme's side. It's never normally the person's fault unless you're going to be using a bot or anything. But yeah, it's never normally your fault, it's just a server side thing for Supreme. So if it does happen to you, don't worry, just keep trying, sort of thing is what I'll say. But let's go ahead and get into everything such as Chrome autofill, Safari autofill, how to set them up, and a couple of other things that you can do to hopefully help you out. But yeah, let's get into that. Since it is the 1st of December, or this video will be out on the 1st of December, I've chucked on some little reindeer things, but I'll take them off because they make a lot of noise, to be honest. And also I do have some lights around, which I will just do that. I mean, I could leave them on, to be honest, but I think they might be just a little bit distracting. But in future videos, if you want me to leave them on, just comment down below. Okay, so let's get into some of the details. Obviously, I'm on Supreme right now, so I can hit shop, go to view all, and then we have all of the tabs. So like I said, you want to have the sweatshirts tab open. You can also then open up a new tab. If you do have a mouse, just remember that you can open things instead of right-clicking and doing open link in new tab. You can hit the little mouse scroll wheel part, which is here. You can hit the little like literal center part here. So if I just line it up to the new tab and then click it, just click it down, it will open up a new tab. This also just saves you a little bit of time instead of having to go sort of back and forth. What you can do is simply open it and then do like Control W and go straight onto it, and then you can switch between the tabs, checking just consistently like this, if you're wanting to check anything, to be honest, or if you're wanting to see if anything will be loading in, or if anything has loaded in. That's the sort of thing that I have done in the past in case anything has messed up for me. So obviously the sweatshirts tab, if you want to know the link to it, it's going to be supremenewyork.com. /shop/all/sweatshirts. But now that's Supreme out of the way, we are going to get into the Chrome autofill, Manage Person, Incognito and Safari autofill, hopefully in a very quick manner. So what you want to do is at the top where you have your little profile picture of yourself, is you want to click on it. Obviously some things will be blurred out, but you want to go down to, if you'd like to manage people. This will open up a sort of pop-out window where you can either browse as a guest or add a person. I'm going to click add a person. Now you do have an option for this. What I'm going to do here is just put Supreme autofill as the name, and let's pick a profile. Let's just go with, let's go with the penguin. I like penguins more, so let's go with the penguin. So this pop-up is going to open, which is saying make Chrome your own. Obviously you can sign in if you'd like to, but what we are going to do for this one specifically is go on to the settings section, which is down at the bottom. Open that up, and then we are going to scroll down to where it says autofill for addresses and more. Now just so you can see, I'm going to go on to Supreme, double click, and no information will appear. So we're on Supreme at the moment. As you can see, if I go on to, let's just click a random one of they're still in stock, okay? So we're just going to go onto one of the items, add it to basket, and hit checkout now. And as you can see, as I'm double clicking, there's no information here, there's nothing here, there's nothing set up for it, nothing will appear. So this is basically my way of showing you how to set up Chrome autofill. So what you want to do is just add for the addresses. So we're going to just add in some details, basically. Going to grab a postcode, which is the Supreme's postcode actually. Okay, so once you have added all of your information in, you can simply hit save. Once that's in, obviously it is going to be here. You can edit it, you can change things, you can do whatever. One thing that I would recommend that you do as a general thing is make sure that this is slid across. This is just something in general for like Chrome autofill as a basic thing. In that once you have done something on a website, sometimes it will appear again, other times you can just double click and then you'll be able to select the correct information and let it appear. So just like before, we are just going to go on to Supreme, click on the exact same item, add to basket and check out. Now when I click, as you can see, the information is going to come up and appear, and there it is. Now one thing that you do need to do is click save address for future orders. This is literally one of the biggest factors and biggest things to having your information stay there, and I'm just going to do it live. Now, what I don't say that you do is enter in a false card number, enter in false details, and hit I have read and process, because that's not what you want to do. Now obviously I'm going to just have to do this because I do not have a Gmail account. Because the fact that I do not have a Gmail account logged in, I'm going to get captures and things coming up, so I would recommend that you do have a Gmail account or a Gmail account signed in. But I'm just going to hit process payment a couple of times. Then all we're going to do is go straight on to the exact same thing, and there it is. My information is saved, my information is there. Now what you can do as a very basic thing is save the card number. So say I've copied and pasted the card number. What I'm going to do is very simply just go to view all, check out now, enter, hit the couple of things, and that's it. Checked out, done. Once you've done the save address for future orders and it is there, you do not need to do it again. It does not need to be there, and your information is basically saved like that. This method in particular is just something that I'd say you should do with 1 or 2 profiles overall. You should have your main one and then possibly a second one. The reason that I've gone on to this second one is just to also show Chrome autofill and obviously the profile in general and what you can set up and what you can do. Past that, I'm just going to delete this profile because I do not need it anymore, because I'm just going to be focusing on a couple of other aspects instead. But yeah, that is how you are going to set up Chrome autofill and pretty much set your details to save on Supreme when you're going to check out. If you do have an extra profile, or if you've never set up Chrome autofill before, then this is what you can do, and this is as easy as it is in the end. One thing that I would say that you can do if you would like to is that when you do have an item, you add it to cart and you go to check out, make sure that you don't misclick and hit view or edit basket. I've done that before. It wastes a couple of seconds. As you can see, you're going to be behind by those couple of seconds trying to get through. But one thing that you can do is at the top, you obviously have the Supreme address and you can simply just bookmark it. Then all you want to do is simply hit bookmarks and show all bookmarks or show bookmarks tab. Then what can happen is that basically as soon as you've added the item to your cart, then you can simply just hit that checkout and you will be straight there. That can be a faster method than having to go through things, but remember that you will just have to scroll up, because as you can see, once you're on the item itself and you are going to go and hit checkout, instead you'll have to go up and click that, which can be faster but can also slow you down at the same time. But it's just something that you can do once you've added it. You can simply just click, paste, and then go for it in the end, and that's it, you're done. So that is the end of this Chrome autofill setup and adding an extra person setup sort of thing. Now, like I said, obviously you can also use Incognito, which I'll press Ctrl Shift and N for. That will pop up Incognito. Now, because I have opened Incognito specifically on the profile that is the Penguin profile, once I hit checkout, as you can see, it's a different bookmark, or the bookmark at the top is only the Penguin one, and then the same thing can happen. I can click and add my information in and do the exact same thing. The one thing that Incognito will not do is it will not save the address. It will not be there. You do have to click to get it to appear, but that is a good thing, because if the profile works, if your main one works, then Incognito is your backup to go to, because it worked for me in the past, and hopefully if there are any issues with this box logo, then you can get it the same way doing this. So one of the things that you can do, which I will probably be blurring my screen for, is do Safari autofill, or is to use Safari autofill. Now, for the point of this, I'm going to make a new profile with my name and everything, or just with my YouTube name in short for it. You can add a phone number, which I'll do the exact same as the Supreme Store London, and all of the exact same information that they have. And yeah, I'll get back to you once I'm done with that. Now, one of the things that you can do is obviously add address, which we're going to do and is necessary for this for you to do, just to be able to check out with Safari autofill or to use Safari autofill. Once that information is done, you can just literally hit done. This will save this contact, which in reality what you can do is just edit your own contact to this, but this will save this contact with all of this information. Then obviously you want to head over to the Supreme Store. I'm just going to hit new and go on to the same jacket that we have used for this entire video, and as you can see, once I click this, I can click autofill contact, for the point of fact that obviously if it is you, then you will have to just click on the top contact, which will be you, but for this I've just had to go and select the contact, which is other in this case, because it wasn't appearing as top contact just because it wasn't me, but obviously it'll be the other way around for everyone else. Then you just want to click autofill, and as you can see, the information will be filled in. Now you can do the exact same thing of remember this address, and you know the whole spiel basically of what you can do. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Now, in some cases, there is this error of where your information for the full name and email is not saved. As far as it goes for the whole full name and email, this is mainly due to Apple Pay and Face ID, or it can be Touch ID and passcode, or you know, that sort of thing. Basically, this is just in your phone, obviously, or in your phone settings, and if you turn it off, you obviously have to enter your password to go onto it. But yeah, when you turn it off, then it should enable the name and email to come up or to appear. This is just something that happens, and it's just a general thing, I'm guessing, in my mind, for safety within your phone, obviously, or in general that it has set up and going. But obviously, it's not going to be too much of a stress for somebody then to type in your name and then just sort out your email and everything. Now, obviously, on another side, if you want to, you can do scan credit card, which will obviously allow your credit card to be scanned in, which for this case, there you go. But yeah, that is just something that you can do. I'm sure on phone it will probably be quite quick, and that is the reason why I'm going to have my phone next to me and set to like never lock, because of the pure fact that I will just have my card there and I will try and scan it in case anything messes up on PC. But there we go, that is everything that I can say. That is everything that I can say to help you and hopefully help you. Obviously, the normal thing that I do is have my card copy and pasted and ready to put in. So yeah, if you'd like to do that, then obviously you can go ahead and do that. But if you just follow what I've done, hopefully you'll be in with a chance to cop. Obviously, it is also down to Supreme's bot detection system, because if they haven't got it on, or if they don't use it or anything, then it will probably mess a lot of people up. That is pretty much going to cover everything. If you have any other information or anything that can help people, obviously leave it down below. If you'd like to, go and check out Unconducive, which I'll link in the comments section and in the description. And also, if you'd like to join my Discord will be linked a bit down in the description as well. It'll be there. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time. Peace.